DJ Spade with the Book of James, here with legendary Memphis producer, Hot Rod on the track.
Hot Rod on the track. Yeah.
What it do? What it do?
Well, first, I want to give you roses because it was impossible for me to make the longest song in Memphis history if you did not show love. And it's a misnomer that people think all Memphis artists hate on each other. But once again, the love you have shown me has been immense. So I just want to give you roses.
Man, it's all love, bro.
All right. That being the case, where do you get your inspiration from? What made you want to start producing them? What was the song in Memphis that said, hey, man, I got to do this?
For me, I think when I finally started to say I'm going to take it serious, it was Yo Gotti Sell My Dope. I just always thought that was like one of his hardest joints, you know what I'm saying, for me coming up. That's one of my favorite songs by him.
How old is too old to rap?
You ain't never really too old. I think it's your subject matter that's most important. As long as you ain't 50, 60, you know, trying to still be a YN, we all good. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
and I say that respectfully.
Nah, you can say it disrespectfully. You folks need to hear that. No, yeah, act your age, dog. Like seriously, I think hip hop needs guidance now, and that's the problem, right? It needs elders. We didn't have that growing up. At the young age, hip hop was still new, and it had no guidance. But now, since we're older, we can guide it, and that's why I push back against the notion. People saying they outgrew hip hop. I'm like, no, bastard, we need you. Like, stay.
That too. I just think we got away from the art. You know what I'm saying? Like the art of creating, being organic. You know, everything really is microwave music at this point, but you know, you still got some out here like, you know, how we set up. You got your analog and elsewhere you might have just your digital, but you know, back and forth, old with the new, you know what I'm saying? New with the old. And shit, nigga just gotta stay creative.
Who would you say out of all the notable people you work with showed the most love back to you? And could you give an example?
I mean, it goes without saying, for sure, you know, like I say, Rockin' Noon early on, like that was my introduction to what became of, you know what I'm saying, Hot Rod at this point. They put me in a lot of rooms that I wasn't able to get in myself. Met a lot of notable people along the way, and it just took off from there, you know what I mean? Rockin' Noon, then you fast forward from that, you know, I shout out Gotti. Gotti put me in a position, put my name out there, you know, and so on and so forth. Got a bag out of it. Shit, you know, Crunchy Black, shout out Crunchy Black. He broke bread with a nigga, you know what I'm saying? And it just, I guess for me, a nigga just been blessed, fortunate enough to have crossed paths with a lot of these folk to put me in these certain situations, and I'm more than grateful. So the only thing I can do is just continue to work, keep working.
And I just want to add to the interview portion because it also should be said, bro, he generous with his time and he be trying to give back. Like recently, he spent a couple semesters teaching the young generation, like how you were saying, like, you know, you got to give back to the new age, man, how he was teaching the youth how to work with them programs and how to produce them tracks. And he was giving them that OG perspective, man. So I want to give that man his flowers because it's like he don't just make the contributions to the game, but then he contribute with his time and he contribute with his mentorship and passing on the things he learned to the youth, man. So, I mean, I just want to know, I want people to know that's another reason why, man, that man should be saluted. You know what I'm saying?
And man, and not only that, but I wouldn't have got in that position if it wasn't for my homie Chris Franceschi. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. We also met at MTSU, and we just been in touch just over time. He reached out, and mine, of course, he showed love, and I spent time with, you know what I'm saying, a few kids, taught them this, that, and the third, and I think they called it YCC, Young Content Creator. So shout out to them. We was at Hillcrest High School. He had something going on at Fairley, and another school that he was working on, you know, for my duration with him. I think it was the Bluff, something like that, kind of like a charter school out in East Memphis. And, you know, shout out Chris, man.
Hey, man, that's beautiful because I keep saying that the youth needs mentorship. Say what you want, man. The youth needs guidance, but so many people are so quick to down them. Much like when we was coming up, people talked about us like, "Oh, it's the devil. You shouldn't be doing that."
And at the same time, too, man, just adding to that, like it's in regard to the youth, you know, it's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, now it's programs and, you know what I'm saying, different avenues these kids can take in regards to the music. Like I think I wanna say Walter over at the old Cotton Row. I think he calls it Sunstorm Studio now. He got some cool things working on social media. I think his social media on IG like at Ish Music or something like that. But shout out to Walter. Carlos Brody had something going. David Porter downtown with For You. You know, David had I guess kind of like a non-profit on Main. And when I went to visit his Main Street location, you know, it was just all kind of stations set up, booths, mics, computers. You know, it's like I say, it's plenty of different avenues for the youth. Even my mom, she's still teaching. Like she'll call me from time to time, students that want to rap, you know, trying to help them out, plug them in, XYZ. My sister as well, you feel me? And, you know, it's all love, man. The youth definitely, they need it for sure.
I mean, one thing I just don't want to glass over that you guys met in college. So that's something that we can't glass over. I mean, it's this perception that people hide from their intelligence, but we're in the studio with some educated guys. I just want to let you know, like, you graduated right from MTSU.
Nah,
You went. It's all right.
I ain't finished, man.
Well, neither did Bill Gates. Bill Gates didn't finish you. So hey.
But I can say, you know, Middle Tennessee State, like that was the real birth of Hot Rod. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I was at when everything kind of took place with 5 Star and from then on.
Bro, no cap, bro. No cap, bro. In Hot Rod's story, when people are watching this interview back, like, if they ever make a movie about this man, that SCSU chapter gonna be a chapter, bro. Because I was witness to this. When I say, man, the man was like 18 years old with a newborn baby, like in a 1-room apartment, man. I'm talking about computer hanging on for dear life, and that man was working, bro. That man was working.
Up all kind of hours.
All day burning CD.
We was everywhere.
Man, we was chipping in on ramen noodle
man.
Packs, you know what I'm saying? And then he got that call, man, and life wasn't the same.
Hold on, keep the mic, because I want him to elaborate on a lot of what was going on early on too. Because like he said, when I got that call, that was when Gotti wanted to link up. They still had the office on Poplar in the the I Tower, Claw Tower, whatever it is. So that's where we met, and my homie Chris Jones hooked that up. Shout out to Chris, and shit. Man, when I say, like I say, it was on from then. It's
man, it was like a starship or something, bro. Like it happened so fast because he got that call.
Yeah.
Then he was back in the city.
We were working on cocaine music too at the time, actually.
And Gotti was pulling up to Nashville to holler at him.
Yep.
And so it would be like late. They be in the studio all night, bro. It'd be Hot Rod, Gotti, Lido. Man, I think was De Niro out still? I know Lido was out still.
Keon, De Niro, Grip.
Vato was pulling up.
Juke was around.
You know what I'm saying? He had just got out.
Yo, you said Vato.
It was like the original.
DJ like, Lou, Big Tiny.
You know what I'm saying? It was like I Need Block Burners type.
Hell yeah. But I was just saying that to say though, I wanted him to talk about, you know what I'm saying, from his point of view, the time we was in Atlanta, you know, he like I said, he done been to countless studio sessions with me.
Like it's so funny, like.
And shout out to Drummer for that too.
Just kind of elaborate, right?
This thing went dead. All right. No, come over here.
You want to get this joint?
No. Come over here and talk. Okay. We'll use the camera mic.
So to just kind of elaborate, right? So, Future,
Right.
There was a
And
time.
Young Scooter, R.I.P. Scooter, man.
R.I.P. Scooter, you know what I'm saying? B&G certified, man, you know what I'm saying? But like, there was a time that I had opportunity to be with Hot Rod in Atlanta, and it was before the blow up of Future. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hot Rod produced several records for him. We was with him for a whole weekend, and I just remember like saying to her, like, man, you think this gonna work, man? Like, this dude.
They was screaming Black Migo gang.
I didn't get it. I didn't understand what Future was doing. Hot Rod was just cooking up for this man. And I promise you, not even 6 months later was the first time I heard Tony Montana on the radio, and dude was out of here. And so I feel like Hot played a hand in Future.
I mean, you know, that's cool. I appreciate that comment, but I just think for the sake of, for me, it was more so the experience and the knowledge gain, because, you know, nobody's ever gonna hear those records if they have, or if he ever put them out. I don't know. You feel me? But I'm just saying that to say, like, just my time in this music shit it's been very rewarding. A lot of lessons were learned, and I'm thankful, you know what I'm saying, to still be in, I guess, my position nowadays to, you know, move freely and do what I do now. Same thing we all doing. We here creating. You know what I'm saying? Sharing. We finally at a point where we can share our experiences and our stories with everybody else. You feel me?
All right, so check it. Before we let you go, right?
Nigga, we finna keep this shit rolling, bro.
All right, well, check it out. All right,
We here.
So no shame, no blame, but we know, because you're a creator, that there gotta be dozens, there gotta be crates full of records that the general public has never heard, but there's probably artists and people that you work with. Could you like just run off some of the names that the general public might not be aware that you collaborated with, but man, y'all was locked in and y'all was cooking up?
Man,
we just said Future, Yo Gotti, we mentioned him. It's Scooter, we just mentioned him.
Man, it's just crazy, bro. Cause everybody that's on the outside looking in, they might not see it how I see it. Like, I might not be your A-list producer, but them experiences that a nigga done just gained over the years, that shit is priceless. And we talking about an extensive list. You said Future, you know, Gotti, shit,
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz. And what's crazy about that, we had a session at Chance Studio, Music Vision. Shout out to Chance Farmer, man. We had a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, bro.
I remember you had something going
Codeine
with Ross.
Cowboy had just dropped.
Nicki Minaj.
Chainz was mine, getting it in. He come to Murfreesboro. It was a crew of some other students from the school, man. I forget their name, but shout out to them. They brought them down for a show. We end up at the studio that same night. And it was another artist from the town. And we ain't gonna get into all this, but whatever was going on, he pissed 2 Chainz off. He was Titty Boy at the time. Pissed the man off. He took the BCD I gave him, and they went on about their business. Right. And it was crazy. I just fucked around and found his vocals from that night. Like, I got this shit on my hard drive right now. Just digging around and looking at shit. But the last I talked to 2 Chainz, you know, I had reached out a little while after that. Somebody broke in his van and stole my beat CD along with, you know, just whatever else. And that was the end of that. But Kia Shine plugged that up. You know, shout out to Shine.
Shout out Kia Shine.
But he hooked the situation up with Young Jock. And I really don't know how that played out, because Shine and Jock messed around and used the same beat, but Jock put Project Pat and Juicy J on the song. I think it was on the Ready to Fly album.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of based it off that Biggie Ready to Die artwork. But that particular project, and Shine used the same beat and it was him, 2 Chainz, and T-Pain, called Dreads. It's on YouTube somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But shit, Fiend.
Yeah, Fiend.
Man.
That's a big one.
Spent a lot of time with Fiend.
Yeah, shout out to Fiend, International Jones.
I was able to land a placement with Charlie Baltimore.
Charlie Baltimore.
Via Jason, who's management with CMG currently.
Right.
I got a partner draft pick, Jay draft pick out in New York. He did a few of my hopped on a couple of my beats, and he fucked around and got Jim Jones on one of the songs.
Yeah, you had a few other ones with Jim Jones because I remember when he came down for the what Sean was doing.
Yo. Like I said, man, just a lot of history, bro. But I'm talking about the list goes on. R.I.P. Doughboy Raw.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Dolph.
Spent good, man, some great time with Raw. Was able to bump into Dolph a few times. He was featured on a few joints that I did. I did one for, I think it was Kenfo Thugs. They got a joint with him.
Yo.
Too Deep and Dolph.
Too Deep.
Shout out my nigga Too Deep, man. Like, that's been my bro for years. And I met him through DJ 007. So, like I say, it's just the rooms a nigga has been in, man.
Yo.
And
then your relationship with Paul.
Yeah, we ain't even got into all that. And that's because of DJ Just Born. Like I say, DJ Just Born is kind of like one of my mentors in this shit. But, man, back to me and Two, okay, I think I was probably in maybe 10th, 11th grade. My nigga Scooby was doing his motherfucking thing at the time. Him, my nigga Justin, J Twice, and Kano. My nigga Kedrick, we all went to high school together, but Scooby showed me how to make beats. And just at the time, I was just so into it. What's crazy, man, my nigga Jock, who plays pro ball over in, I think he's in Berlin or something like that. I don't know. He crossed the water doing this thing, but we used to, after school, before a game, if it was a home game, we'd go to my house and like make beats and play our beats while we warming up for the game and shit, man. So that shit just bring back a lot of memories. But back to Scooby, you know, I'm learning, just going through the process of trying to do what he's doing at the time. Cause Scooby was, I'm talking about my nigga was moving. He was damn near, I guess, I don't know if Jermaine Dupri was finna sign him or Scooby had some shit going on, but I was at his house and I was upstairs fucking around on this MPC.
Right.
007 came over because they was working on some stuff at the time. Dub heard it, and man, instantly, me and Dub locked in and been locked in ever since, but he introduced me to Two, and me and Two just, my song got the song. So, shit, who else we got?
I remember you pulled up at the Dungeon family that one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I done say you. Of course, you got Nicki Minaj records.
So, speaking of Nicki, back to the 5-star situation. You know, shout out to Gucci Mane and Trina. You know, I don't know the situation.
Trina, another big one you did a lot of work with.
You know, with these two, but anyways, 5-star come out, it do its thing, and not to mention, bro, it's just crazy to think about just the shit that's done happened in between time over the years. But 5-star, the original song. So you remember the lead female in that video?
Yeah, that was Nicki.
No. That's the remix.
Was it
we
Keisha?
talking about? I forget her name, but she ended up passing a little while after that. Some nigga she was dealing with, I think, killed her. But she had some crazy shit going on. I just recall all this because it's just a lot of what was going on and who I was around at the time. But that shit happened. You fast forward, you know, we talking about the remix, Gotti, Gucci, Trina, and Nicki. Nicki wasn't originally on the remix. It was Boosie.
Really?
Boosie got locked up and was going through what he was going through at that time. So they had to pull a move. Nicki was with Gucci at the time. So this was Nicki's first time on national television, on my track, BET. Like, this is her first time, you know what I'm saying? And the world was introduced to the Barbie shit after that, and it just she just So they just go without saying, man. But shout out to them, and shit, here we are. Fast forward a little bit. Shout out to my nigga H Boogie, Jug Bug. He just got out. He back in the streets doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? We go to Atlanta. Back in Atlanta, it was like BET Hip Hop Award weekend. Like, cause the Hip Hop Award wasn't always around, was it?
Nah.
This was like early on, I think, when that shit was kind of picking up. But we in the A. Boogie supposed to meet with Juice Man.
Yeah.
We pull up on Juice Man at the studio, mind you, the house, some shit like this.
We ain't gonna tell him about the Texaco pull up.
Bro.
We ain't gonna tell him about this.
It's like, cause you know how it is in the A, like they got all them hills and shit, but the cold was on kind of like a decline. So the house smack dead in the middle of the cold. It's about 10 cars out front, Juice Man, his crew, me, Boogie, and damn, I forget brother name. But we kicking it, doing our thing. Next thing we know, it's about 5 police cars I'm talking about mine, swooped in, quick as hell. And when I say Juice Man and them niggas scattered like roaches, bruh, that was the quickest I done ever seen the nigga mine vacate the premises, bruh. I'm talking about they pull up and me and my Boogie went with them for whatever reason. We ain't got shit. So they hop out. Juice Man car still parked there. They knew they was looking for the nigga. So whatever they did, they, come ask us questions. We from out of town, blah, 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 here for the awards. So they go straight to this nigga car. And I don't know what the fuck they found, but whatever it was, he had to call us when they finally let her pull off. We had to go pick these niggas up in like the next neighborhood over. They just in the woods, just loafing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit just crazy. Just, like I say, just talking about experiences and stuff, man.
All right, so check it. So, in your mind, right, who would you feel like is a good, like, torchbearer for the city right now going forward with, like, how you seen the Memphis hip-hop scene develop and where you see it's currently at? Who you feel right now got the torch and can carry it forward?
I mean, of course, the front runner, Glow. And that's just, hoping she keep everything, cool with, as far as her presence and all that. Just keep it clean cut. But apart from that, I fuck with Fresco Trey. Fresco Trey got some hard shit. And, he cool cat. For now, that's really all I can think of.
I know you was doing a lot of work for Eddie Valaro, and he getting a lot of looks right now.
Yeah, Eddie, for sure, definitely. He been on the independent grind for a minute, and fortunately, we done crossed paths a couple times, and he doing his thing. I just bumped into him at Trip Show a little while ago at the Minglewood. Got a chance to travel there with him, so we got some cool stuff in the works.
All right, bet. Man, well, we gonna wind this thing on down, man, with the 5-star producer himself, man, you know what I'm saying? The hottest in the city, Hot Rod on the track, you know what I mean? Hot Rod Productions. Man, Hot Rod, make sure you shout out your social media so the people can find you and DM you if they want to, man, do bookings or do, collaborative work, purchase beats or whatever they trying to do, man. Let them know how they can get in touch with you.
Man, mainly IG, and from there, my links, but at HOTROD_TH. Hot Rod _TH, and you know what I'm saying? Shit, from there, the list goes on.